Okay. I guess just play with your Lucio. Play with your I feel like your Lucio, Hog, Ana should kind of play as a unit, and then your Winston Tracer could play as a unit, and then your Widow just kind of plays off by herself. Kind of a weird comp. I don't know. At least on this map, it's weird. Spark away skin. Spark is the team that's doing really well, right? I always get confused. Huangzhao and Guangzhao. Guangzhao. Not Hungzhao, it's Guangzhao. Zhao. Hungzhao, Guangzhao. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we got here. Way away. High ground's fine. Good sleep. Go find the mini. Thank you. Yep, be cautious. Unfortunate. Okay, let's see what we could have done better here. I mean, part of it is just unfortunate. You get a little split from your Lucio, which means the isolation is actually not great. You get naded, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I hate to be the guy that just blames it on unlucky, but you did land the sleep, you grabbed the mini as expected, and you didn't really know exactly what the enemy team composition was running first. So isolating yourself like you did, even on the high ground, isn't great into a dive composition, but neither is playing low ground. So, I mean, I can't blame you here. You landed the cooldowns, you did the right thing, your team won the fight, you basically handed a kill over to your team. Your team should win this fight. Okay, so now we know that they have these guys, so you need to especially make sure that you're not isolating yourself. These two are your answers to Doomfist. They are your answers to Doomfist, they're your answers to Tracer, and you need to play around them as much as possible. Now, obviously, you need to balance that with, okay, how aggressive am I going to play? We saw right from the get-go that your Lucy was very invested with just running into the enemy team, which is kind of unfortunate, especially considering you guys are running a Hog and are running a Widow. There's no real need to rush anything. You know, they're the team with the DPS disadvantage the longer the fight goes. You know, this is not a good trade for long, slow fights. Hog is going to do better. The more times he gets that hook, the more damage he's going to be able to punish the enemy Winston. You'll be able to hold space because their Winston can't really take space. Will? Okay, I have a screaming pot. Okay. So try and stay close to your Lucio as best as you can. Or close to your Hog as best as you can, and try and find the corner advantage based off of wherever they can hold. This is kind of tricky because right from the get-go, your Lucio did pretty much abandon you, which is unfortunate. But that's okay. Even if this entire map, you are left with an anomaly of how to, like, not the anomaly, but with, like, the difficulty of trying to find out where to position, I quickscope, we will solve it. Not a big of a fan of this position. So let's chat about this position here. Now, you have an on the high ground here, okay? So let's think about positioning here. They have a Widowmaker, yes. We chatted that out. Yes, they have Widow. I think we checked it one more time. Okay. This is where you want to hold. Chat, tell me why you want to hold here. Why do we want to hold here? Why do you want to hold here? There's more cover here. It's difficult for Widow to land shot. You're in a tight, closed room to where it's going to be difficult for Doomfist to be hyper effective. You have a Mega nearby. You have a good LOS in the positioning where your team wants to hold. Yada, yada, yada. But, chat, what did we just say before we when we were discussing positioning? Hog and Lucio. Right. So, even though you would like to be here versus Doomfist Tracer, just about anything, unfortunately, I'm still going to swing in the side of playing on point if this is where your Hog and Lucio are playing. This is not a good position to be. It's too easy for Widow just to get sightlines from here, all the way from cage side. Tracer can play back here. There's open space. There's no cover from you for you. Doomfist can initiate. There's lots of walls for Doomfist to punch in, but there's not a lot of corners for you to LOS the punches with. So it's like it's a terrible position for you to be in against Doomfist. So this is not great for you to position, but it's better because you're closer to your Lucio and Hog when they have dive heroes. If they were not running dive, then you could be here and you'd be fine. But because they have dive, you do need to be on point, even if it's the inferior positioning. So remember, positioning has context. If you've seen an ML7 video, then you know that you should position where you were. But ML7 video doesn't always talk about where you need to position based off of what the enemy team is running. They are running dive. You need to be close to your Hog and Lucio. So I'm fine with this. I would like us to be like closest to the mini, so backs to the wall, and keeping your eyes on these two doors in particular. I'm not a fan of nading. I guess if you're expecting pulse bomb, or not a fan of sleeping, excuse me. She's a moron. I'm always a fan of sleeping later, nade first. That's my recommendation. You wanna, like, sleep is the game-changing, incredibly fight-winning cooldown. So first off, I don't really think you need it either, but you definitely don't want to panic sleep there. You wanna make sure that you are later in the fight. Sleeps are more valuable because there's fewer cooldowns to counter them. Whether that's blinks, deflect, they're easier to land because Doomfist is just slammed and now he's uppercutted, and there's when your sleep is. Don't rush your sleeps. So we have a rush sleep. Be very cautious about this. I like to be very cautious. Okay, so the Widow is off the map. Good. You can rotate forward now. So what I would do is you go, okay, so no longer your Hog and Lucio up here. Your team is basically winning the fight, but you don't want to get sloppy with your positioning. You never take plays off. You never take seconds off. You need to immediately push up to this little pillar here, and this is where you need to hold. Okay, you've got corners here. You have a rotation to point, which is a little awkward, but you can make that rotation before the Widow comes back, and you're, again, closer to your Hog and Lucio. Your team is rightfully pushing forward. You need to be there with them. Thank you. Okay, Widow is back, so cautiously. Okay, again, you can push up here. Your Lucio is forward. That's a really good sleep. What happens here? I'm really not a fan of this nano. Chat, tell me why I'm not a fan of this nano. Why am I not a fan of this nano? Why is this a bad nano? It's not even that I'm a fan of it, it is just bad. It's bad. Has no jump, that's one. It's the second reason. Second reason is why. Give you context. He has beat. Yeah, he has beat. We just used beat. He just jumped out. He has beat. You have nade. Worst case scenario. I really wouldn't want to use nade. You don't need to use nade, but even if you didn't use beat here, use nade instead of, you know. It's not good. And like, oh my gosh, so much value out of this nano. And not to be that guy, but you cannot forget about Widow. You need to be here. You cannot be here. I mean, you're lucky it was your Widow, not you. You're still in danger. You're still in danger. Like, there's no reason for you to swing from here to here. There's no advantage you have. Doomfist is dead. And you're swinging. You're swinging. You're swinging. Why are you swinging wide? And now you're stuck. And now you're stuck. Good shot. It's a big shot. Every little bit of chip damage you can get in a tracer is crucial. Like, as somebody who's coached tracers, that chip damage is really frustrating to take. Because it is constantly keeps you in the situation of... do I disengage or do I risk staying in? Because you're just like one screw up away from death. Okay, so... Again, I have to ask you, where should you be positioned now? Your Hog and Lucio are relatively close, that's fine. I feel like we could have played closer to Cage here. You're kind of cleaning up staggers, and your Hog and Lucio are definitely positioned a little bit more forward, but I'm not going to pick on your positioning here too much, because it's okay. Now, we've seen you twice with positioning straying away from corners when you get distracted. So swinging wide when you get distracted needlessly. Now, for the second time, we're going to see you panic sleep. No need to sleep that. You have nade. So chat, really quick. When is the only situation in which the Ana here needs to land this sleep, or needs to go for this sleep. And under what circumstances does the Ana need to go for this sleep? Because there is a circumstance in which you need to go for this sleep. What's the circumstance? 125 HP. Okay, that is not the one I was thinking of, but yeah, you're basically on the right track. You're on the right track. When you're low HP, obviously that's one, but there's another, a similar situation. When you don't have nade. Correct. You don't need to rush this sleep because you have nade. There's 100 damage right there. You are now full HP. You sleep this Doomfist. You survive. He dies. Look at this hitbox. You could hit that hit. You should hit that hitbox 9.5, 95 times out of 100. Right? And you would have. Now, you're Lucio and Hog. Thankfully, you're not playing all the way in point or all the way over here. Well, all the way over here would be okay, but like, thankfully, you're not playing out in the open. I don't need this because.
Streamly reminder: boost the Stormcrow Productions Discord if you have Nitro.
This guy is worse than a door-to-door Jehovah's Witness. But yes, please do so. TM. But yeah, thankfully, you're playing close enough to your team to where they can assist you with the kill, and you at least hit the nade, so. Positioning, good. Woo. Nice, ooh. Chat, when's the best time to sleep a Primaling Monkey? When's the best time to sleep a Primaling Monkey? Lots of little tidbits in this review. Tidbits that you probably know but need to be reminded of. After he's jumped. Yes, or as he lands. Yeah, you basically have a full second because he'll jump, land, you've got another second before you can jump again. So this fight is lost. Most likely. You need to move towards your Hog, Lucio. Oh, bless it, child. Don't do that. What's wrong with this nade, chat? Even if he hits this nade, what's wrong with this nade? Tell us Doomfist he's there. Oh, now we're thinking way too hard. I mean, I agree. Yes, that's a little, but way more important than that. What's a macro concept that needs to be practiced that's wrong with this nade? Doesn't need healing. Again, you're thinking way too hard. Ask yourself a question when you use nade. Will this nade result in a kill? And if you're unsure, or if you're not sure about it, or you're like, probably not, then don't nade. Unless you're in a situation to where you could chuck him for free, you're not in any danger, you're just getting poke, or maybe my sniper getting, like, if you're in no danger, then sure. But even if this nade hits, is this Doomfist gonna die from that nade? Is that going to result in the kill? What are the percentages of that actually happening? Like 10%? Maybe? Maybe. Right? Now this fight is lost, so the decisions what we make basically in the next 8 seconds aren't really going to matter in the long term. But it shows me that unless you're just big braining me, which I don't think you are, you're not critically thinking about nading the proper way, at least consistently. Rush sleep, we die. I mean, it's understandable to rush sleep there. You kind of had a window of opportunity for it to work, and you missed. But we do need some work on our sleep decisions. Okay, we might actually win this. Our Hog is popping off. Okay, summing it up. Swinging wide on positioning. Rushing our sleeps. We had a bad nano. And then a bad nade. Okay? Keep track of that. Numerous errors, but our job is not to list errors. Our job is to find the consistent errors that we need to fix. Same composition looks like. Woo! Same thing. Orisa Hog, or Lucio Hog, excuse me. Pharmacy. Wrong. What's wrong with this positioning, chat? Got it. You're isolated. Yep. You've just seen them run dive. Doomfist, Tracer, Winston. You're isolated. Needlessly. Now, can we be near Lucio? No. Can we be near Hog? 100%. Is this a bad position for you to be in? No. So play there. Right? Unless your Hog literally just feeds his brains out, play near your Hog. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. And not only that, too, but like it goes beyond that, too. The reason why you want to play with Hog is so you can actually help your Hog when he wants to do stuff. Like, what we're going to see here is not only you're like, oh, crap, Doomfist, but your Hog, look at your Hog. Your Hog's critical. Look at that. You can't help with that, can you? It's not Pepper. That's my brother, you Nimrod. Like this was avoidable if you had made the proper positioning choice. Yes, it's my brother. He's visiting for the summer. Typho. He came last summer. Hi, Dragonfly. Just saw a giant yoga ball. Ah, okay. Makes sense, I guess. So again, I don't have a problem with this positioning on the map. I just have a problem with your positioning here based off of what your team is running. Because you isolated yourself for no real benefit, putting yourself at a higher risk and at a decreased ability to assist your team. Typho coaching? No. Will that nade result in a kill? What about this? What about this is better nading than it is just to sit and shoot? He's bubbled. He has mobility. And you are isolated. When you use nade, when you're isolated, you better have a darn good reason to use it. Younger. I'm the oldest, as if you couldn't tell. And like, it's over. It's over. GG's. You isolated yourself. You chucked your nade. GG's. And again, the nade didn't have any impact on how the fight went. Your positioning, however, did. But once more, that nade is a red flag. Good. Oh, mate. You don't need to rush it. You had a corner. You had nade. There's no reason to go for that. So here's the thing. Chat, you see a lot of highlights of crazy sleeps. Really good sleeps on Widows and Hogs and Hanzos and Zens and things like that. But like, why am I so against going for those plays in this game? What about what's happening on screen that's making me not a fan of these sleeps? They're not safe? Well, what is the enemy team running? Was that your brother a minute ago? Shut up, Will. Tracer, Doomfist, right? Winston. Now, obviously, they didn't have Winston this map. But, like, you can't be without your cooldowns on those. Like, it's one thing to go, you know what, my sleep is not going to get cooldown defending me, so you might as well use it aggressively. Right? But that's not the case here, is it? Like, your sleep is going to be a lifesaver. You need to use it as such. I don't recommend playing defensively. I just recommend understanding when you can play aggressive and when you can't. You can't play aggressively, like just chuck out sleeps like that. If the Doomfist comes after you now, you're dead. Because his cooldowns come back faster than yours. And you know it too. And you know it. Okay, close to Hog. It's fine. This is better because there's a Hog to your right. And there's also, okay, it means fine. We're good. Look at that. 3, 2, 1. Nice. He's dead. Should be dead. Because Doomfist is annoying. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't pick on you for that. You did your job. A little bit of breaking shield is fine. I would be swinging closer to your Hog right now. Again, I mean, they do have a Tracer, yes? Or am I just remembering incorrectly? So again, I was like, there's no disadvantage to you being near your hog right now. No disadvantage whatsoever. Nice sleep there, kid. Nice nade there, kid. Oh, bless. That's bad. And because you used both and you whiffed both, guess who's coming to town? And not to be that guy, but where's your hog? You know? So your Widow domes him at point blank range, but like again, oh jeez. Like you have two counters to Doomfist on the field. You got Lucio and Hog. Now, obviously Lucio's not a hard counter, but Lucio is really good against defending against dive heroes. And you're not utilizing them much at all. Good nade. Oh. Mm. No. Couple things wrong with this. So missed shots, unfortunately, I'm not going to pick on you for that. Okay. First thing, do you really want to be here? Like, this is okay, and then we need immediately, like this, we swing left. If you're pumping shots into an already, like, he's backing off, bad body language read, you need to let him move forward first. He's going to move forward. If you're not going to be in voice, you need to be way better at reading body language. This is good. Like, see, I like this position here. I love this position here. You can LOS basically any way they come for you. You can LOS, and you can LOS towards team members. Widow, Hog, Lucio, whatever, right? Widow gets pressured, you're 1/10 of a second away to support her. Hog gets pressured, you're 1/10 of a second away from supporting her. If you get pressured, you're 1/10 of a second away from anybody else assisting you. I like this position. This is good. Look at that. Immediately there to assist your Widow. Okay, don't rush it. Play Ringer on the Rosie. He's probably gonna get out, actually. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think he's gonna commit on that. That's just a death sentence. Doomfist, you don't immediately go for the sleep. That's good. Him being naded there means that he basically has to get out, right? So he's got to get out. So you did your job. He does kill your Lucio. Your Lucio's had a hard time in that engagement. Good nade. Okay, so again, why do we think it's a good nade? Because there is not only is there you saving your target who's hooked, which is probably the original reason why you naded, but there's also the chance that you're going to be able to hit and kill somebody else with it. So that's a good nade. Your hog is probably going to... Oh, well, no, your nade did save your hog. Beautiful. I didn't think it would, but it worked. Nothing you can do about that. Good sleep. That's an easy sleep, so it's a good sleep. The abilities have been used, so he's dead. I mean, this is just an L, so you might as well hop off the map. Yoink. Ah. Okay. Better positioning there. Better cooldown usage, better positioning there. That was very good. That was GM level cooldown usage there, and positioning. You weren't inaccessible, able to support both people at the same time, use sleep when it was easy, and naded when you had a chance of getting a kill. Your nano usage was bad, though. Your nano usage was definitely bad. It did lead to a kill, but you're lucky it did. That nade's fine. And nades to get kills aren't the only good thing. Nades need to force a response, though. Nades need to force bad stuff from the enemy team. So the entire, like, you hit like 2-3 people, they have to back out. Or their shield breaks, they back out. So you force them to get the heck out of there, right? So even if you don't get a kill, that it forces them to go, oh shoot, we gotta give up space. Like, you need to get something out of your nade. Randomly nading somebody who's like full HP across the map, your team will never kill them, doesn't really do anything outside of inconveniencing them and putting you at risk. Okay, again though, you're isolated still. You're isolated, you're isolated, you're isolated, you're still isolated. Your Doomfist kills your Tracer, and your Hog is now by himself, and you're isolated still. Like, I understand at this point it's kind of like too late to get there, but we need to be way better at reading where the enemy team is, or where our team is positioned. Like, let's come back in time a little bit, and let's read the situation. I would, based off of how your Lucio is playing, how would you make the decision when it comes to positioning here? Where is your Lucio? right? Is this the side you want to swing to with the Winston Tracer, or the side with Hog Widow? Which one is more likely to assist you, and which one is more likely to need support, right? This side. So what I'm seeing is like you have these movement patterns, habits, based off of the number of times you've played the map. So you've played Ilios well a lot, and you like to play left side, or you like to play main. But you know, you're not going to get to GM if you don't adapt, if you're not able to read the situation better. So we've seen Hog here, Widow here. This is your side. This is the side you need to choose. Why are you choosing left? I understand that you're like, oh, Lucio's here. This is good. But what has your Lucio already proven to us? Right? What your Lucio doesn't like to stick around. And beyond that, even if your Lucio is here, you still have Hog Widow here. So just even if this was more of a Peel style Lucio, you still want to be playing the side with the least mobile hero, right? Because the Lucio in this instance is like, oh shoot, do I go in and dive with my Winston? Do I stay and protect by Ana? Like, what's his job? Whereas Hog is the same thing. Hog is always going to be there, unless your Hog is hard flanking. But even then, you can still body with your Widow. And yeah, Widow isn't as good at peeling, right? It's the same reason why you play Zen and McCree. It's not just that, oh, McCree can help Zen and become McCree. It's they're both immobile heroes that will kind of want to do the same thing. Positioning has context, yes. Regardless, you are terribly isolated here. Terribly isolated. Your Hog is without support. Your Widow's without support. You go for, I mean, this is already lost. You rush your sleep and you're done. So it's like, your positioning was poor. Positioning was poor. And I guess we can kind of pretty much... Did we even know Nano there? Oh, we didn't have a Nano. Unfortunate. Okay, let's look at this again. Let's look at our... Okay. Diving. Diving. Maybe diving. Where do we stay? 1, 2, 3. Any of these three. Okay? This is the target you need to help. This is the target that, these are the targets that can help you, right? Do not play anywhere near these guys. Lucio not peeling for his Ana and Koth, they have a Doom Tracer. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it is Ilios well, so he's like probably getting thirsty. Unfortunate. Careful. They're gonna have Widow. Well, they do have Widow. What am I saying? This positioning is good. So you literally just take a 4v1 here. It's good positioning. 4v1. Shut up, Neil. 4v1. Okay. Okay. They have a Widowmaker. You have not pressed tab. And we are what? No tab now. Still no tab, still no tab, still no tab, still no tab, still no tab. You're focused on something else now. Kill. You should be pressing tab now. Nothing, 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 nothing. You isolate yourself, but you can't really, you don't really want to fight on point. Understandable. I don't know where your Batiste is, and neither do you. Okay? So you make no effort to look for your Batiste. You're in a good position overall, but you're hard scoped, and you still haven't pressed tab. So we've got 1, hard scope, without even bothering to unscope to check surroundings. 2, no tab. 3, no Batiste. Your Batiste might be wildly out of position, but I don't know that, and neither do you. So, chat, which one of these 3 things are we angry at the most? I have no idea. There's way too many problems at once. We will blame you being not hard scoped. We will blame you. Tab. That's what we'll blame. So yeah, where was your Batiste? So your Batiste did migrate to point. But yeah, no surprise, Doomfist picks off your supports one by one because they're not only completely oblivious to his existence, but refuse to position and assist each other.
I wasn't cut out for retirement anyways.
Hardscape. Lovely. Woo! Your Widow is popping. No. Oh, I say that. There's your Batiste. The waste of a nade. Why are you nading that? Don't do that. They have a Doomfist. You are guaranteed to find a better use for that nade in 99% of circumstances in the next 10 seconds. I mean, right there is a better nade opportunity. Oh, bless it, chat. He's not resetting. I don't really blame you. Difficult. Difficult. Why? 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 Your team is staggering so hard. Holy crap. So yeah, did you get punished for wasting nade there? No, you did not. Could you have been punished for there? Yes, you would have been. Never be good. Well, depends on what you put your effort into. Takes a lot more effort to be good than most people think. Took me 3 or 4 hours, 7 days a week for months. Okay. 1 kill, 2 kill. To me, this just shows me that you don't really have a plan with your nano. But I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. Why would you nade that? Oh, you stupid trash can! Why would you nade that? Like, easy shots. She's in covered. You have no defensive cooldowns. Man. No nade? Engage. No nade, you dade! Ho-ho! Thought you were gonna stop after 3-4 hours for the lulz? What? What does that mean? And, unsurprisingly, it is difficult to win games without an Ana. Oh, you absolute... Oh. Oh, what was the insult we came up with yesterday? Ugh. Like, why would you never, ever, ever rush to sleep like that? What possible benefit do you get sleeping him that early? Even if you did sleep him, the benefit is like 2%. But the chances of hitting that sleep are also 2%, where you get a 100% sleep if you just wait. Like, he doesn't even bother to bubble because he doesn't think that an Ana would be that stupid to go for sleep there. Man. You're dead. Why? Why would you do that? Like, okay, fine. You hit one person. Who cares? You would literally, you were guaranteed to find a good use for nade. And 3, 2, one now. Like, if you're guaranteed to fight a good nade right here. Why would you just chuck it? Why? Oh, your team is again staggering. Lucky play. Stuck in silver, highest is plat. Well, you can choose to be in silver. And I'm not even saying that, like, to be demeaning. There's nothing wrong with being silver in this game. You choose what you want to be good at. You choose what you want to spend your time on. That's all. Not everybody is, like, a diehard competitive, and not everybody's diehard competitive about Overwatch. I'm not diehard competitive. I don't think I could ever be a pro player, because I don't want to be a pro player. I don't want to spend that much time in the game. Coaching, I like. Okay, stay with your McCree! Why are you going away from your McCree? Why are you sitting on point by yourself? What benefit do you have from being here as opposed to up here? I really don't think we need to watch any more of this VOD. I think we have a good idea of what to work on. Where's your McCree? Or Brig. Brig is fine too. Brig is not as good because Brig generally wants to play more aggressive than you want to. Dark Souls right now? Well, I mean, there you go. You want to get good at Dark Souls, okay? So you're better at Dark Souls than I am. Okay? I'm better at martial arts than you are. You're better than cooking than I am. I'm better looking than you are. I'm just kidding. Alright, we're done. I don't really feel like we have... Well, I mean, we got 10 seconds. Why not? Waste of a nano. Or waste of a nade, rather. Okay. Buddy system. Buddy system positioning. With dive, or any hero that might harass you. And then ask yourself, who can I position with? Don't just say, oh, I'm positioning with Lucio because Lucio appeals for Ana. Well, maybe your Lucio doesn't, and maybe your Lucio doesn't want to, or maybe Hog is your best buddy, or maybe Zen, or Kree, or Brig, you know, or Symmetra. You know what I'm saying? It depends, but you have to use your brain, and you have to press tab to know who is your buddy. Second one is rushing your sleeps. Don't rush your sleeps. Take your time on your sleep. And I cannot think of a single situation outside of maybe Nanoblade in which you need to rush your sleep, other than you just being really, really low HP.